Jahi, congratulations on Charm City Kings. It's amazing, and you did such a fabulous job. I was just wondering,
Thank
how
you.
much research did you do when you went into the role? Like, how much did you know about the 12 o'clock boys?
I did quite a bit of research. I didn't know a lot about the 12 o'clock boys at all. Actually, I didn't know that it was such a prominent thing in Baltimore City until I watched the film. That our film is inspired by 12 o'clock boys by Lofty Nathan. And then I was able to see. I mean, I knew from the first frame of 12 o'clock boys that I was like, oh, this is different. Like, this is something interesting that I would love to be attached to in some way. And so studying the culture before, during, and a little bit after filming was really important to me. And I remember after filming, I was like, okay, I'm trying to peel the layers of Mouse off because I immersed into that character for so long. So yeah.
One of the layers that I found really fascinating was the family dynamic, especially with your
Mhm.
mother, because so much of it is wrapped up in what happened before the movie started with your brother. So, how
Yeah.
did you approach that as an actor, and how to create that warm and yet tense dynamic with Tayona?
Well, I mean, I have to credit her so much because she's an incredible actress, and she's so giving. She gives it, and I think she is probably responsible. She will never let me say this. She's always like, "Don't say it. Like, just take your moment." But I'm like, "No, I have to credit you because I think you're only as good as your scene partner," and she just gives so much of herself and. She's an incredible actress, and I'm so excited to see her in WandaVision. That's going to be so
Yes.
cool. So, shout out to Diana. She's an incredible actress.
Wonderful. Two other incredible artists that you worked with, Meek Mill and William Catlett, for your two kind of would-be mentors, if you will.
Mhm.
So how was it working with both of them, and then also playing off kind of, it's like an angel and devil, but without demonizing one or idolizing the
Right,
other.
right, right. It's polar opposites for sure. I think that dynamic was cool because actually off screen was sort of polar opposites as well. Whereas I spent a lot more time with Will, and he has an incredible work ethic, so he was working on his album, doing shows, and doing the film at the same time. And so Meek was a lot more hesitant and shy coming in, and uh, Will wasn't. So I think both of them, I valued both experiences and all of my time that I spent with both of them. And so it was really cool to get fully immersed and really work with both of them and see their different eccentricities of how both of them work. And I think that the dynamic of seeing this young kid have two mentors, most of us are fortunate enough to have one, but he has two. And still he makes terrible decisions. But it's like, what is this film about? It's about a little black boy makes terrible decisions. No, I'm just kidding. It's a lot more than that. But it's yeah, I loved working with both of them.
Yeah. Speaking of those terrible decisions, a lot of kind of Mouse's dilemma is wrapped up in, I would say, like, toxic masculinity, right? These ideals of
Yeah,
like how a man should behave. And
yeah,
even when people mean well, they sort of put that on him, right? Like, a man
yeah.
does this, a man doesn't cry, a man would go out and, get this job or whatever. So how do you process that, I guess, as an actor, like what he's dealing with? And then did you learn anything from it as well?
Yeah, for sure. It was extremely I don't want to say healing, but it was really awesome for me being an actor and also being someone who has dealt with themes of toxic masculinity in my own life to bring that story, bring those themes to the fore. And I mean, just the way that we talk about it is really cool too. We're not preaching, we're not stamping this political message on the film. We're just telling a story. And you can't tell a story about Black boyhood without some theme of toxic masculinity being forced onto their existence. I mean, because that's just the truth and the honesty of the experience of growing up Black in this country. So, I mean, I think that all those themes are really appreciated by us, and hopefully the audience receives them well and understands them and are able to digest and comprehend them really well.